Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. In the last session we have arrived in Denerim and are exploring our way around. We just got to this shop where we got a amazing new weapon. Winter's Breath, Dragonbone, tier 7. 4.8 damage, higher than anything we've seen before. 40 armor penetration, higher than anything we've seen before. Range 58, higher than anything we've seen before. Spell power 7, higher than anything we've seen before. And then all these additional bonuses. Cold resist, even more spell power. Cold damage, and radiates cold. And I was actually thinking, like, I wonder how my flaming weapons works with that. Because I've got my fire weapons on, but, like, because it radiates cold and has extra cold damage, I guess we should do this. I assume it's, yeah, because this frost weapons will apply cold damage to the weapon, and then the weapon gives 10% additional cold damage. So I think the correct play would be to do this now. Right? Right? I think. Was there anything I had not explored in here? I went all the way around. Was there anything else I saw from you?
Welcome to the wonders of Thedas.
You had some lower damage stuff. Right, yeah, I think I looked at basically everything. And I still have 12 gold. I can't believe I have that much gold that I spent like 40 or whatever it was. And still have an additional 12. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty nice. Right. So we are done there. I think we did this door, didn't we? That was a quest hand in. And then we have not been in here, I believe. Cheeky warehouse. Alright. Anything much to see? There is indeed a chest over there. Leather boots. Okie doke. Fire arrows. Sure thing. A back room with nothing in it at all. New bow. Okay, I think that's it. Just a very small nothing-y room. Okay. Okay. So, what are we looking for? We're looking for some more doors that we need to mark. That is the main quest, right? Yeah, Genitivi. That's who we're going to. Nord Noble Tavern. Did we ever go in here? I don't think we did we? New Codex, Politics of Ferelden, just from going in the tavern. To our neighbours, Ferelden seems utterly chaotic. Unlike other monarchies, power does not descend from our throne. Rather, it rises from the support of the freeholders. Each freehold chooses the ban or Arl to whom it pays allegiance. Typically, this choice is based on proximity of the freehold to the lord's castle, as it's worthless to pay for the upkeep of soldiers who will arrive at your land too late to defend it. For the most part, each generation of freeholders casts its lot with the same ban as their fathers did, but things can and do change. No formal oaths are sworn, and it is not unheard of, especially in the prickly central Banorn, for bands to court freeholders away from their neighbours, a practice which inevitably begets feuds that last for ages. When it says feuds that last for ages, is it just saying feuds that last for a long time, or is it talking about their actual measure of time, their Dragon Age, X Age, feuds that last for multiple hundreds of years, ages? Tairns arose from amongst the bands, war leaders who, in antiquity, had grown powerful enough to move other bands to swear fealty to them. There were many Tairns in the day before King Calenhad, but he succeeded in whittling them down to only 2, Gwarin in the south, Hiever in the north. These Tairns still hold the oaths of bands and Arls who they may call upon in the event of war or disaster, and similarly the Tairns still hold responsibility for defending those sworn to them. The Arls were established by the Tairns, given command of strategic fortresses that could not be overseen by the Tairns themselves. Unlike the Tairns, the Arls have no bands sworn to them, and are simply somewhat more prestigious bands. The King is, in essence, the most powerful of the Tairns. Although Denerim was originally the Tairnir of the King, it has since been reduced to an Arling, as the King's domain is now all of Ferelden. But even the King's power must come from the bands. Nowhere is this more evident than during the Lands Meet, an annual council for which all the nobles of Ferelden gather, held for almost 3,000 years, except odd interruptions during blights and invasions. The sight of a king asking for, and working to win, the support of lesser men is a source of constant wonder to foreign ambassadors. Cool. Navara. The fourth time I attempted to cross the border into Navarra from Orlais, I was turned back by Chevaliers. I decided to take the more roundabout path, a ship back to Ferelden and then another to Navarra. The outcome was more than worth the trouble. The whole country is filled with artistry, from the statues of heroes that litter the streets and even the meanest villages to the glittering golden College of Magi in Cumberland. Perhaps nowhere is more astonishing than the vast necropolis outside Navarra city. Unlike most other followers of Andraste, the Navarrans do not burn their dead. Instead, they carefully preserve the bodies and seal them in elaborate tombs. Some of the wealthiest Navarrans begin construction of their own tombs while quite young, and these become incredible palaces, complete with gardens, bathhouses, and ballrooms, utterly silent, kept only for the dead. Huh. Okay. Hello.
Now we drink more.
Sounds like a plan, mate.
I'm a Crimson Ore. Which way you looking, or we'll rip your damned eyes out and piss in your skull.
Okay.
Put it around for me, Ben. Next, drink to battle and victory.
Don't even think you can spill that and leave it for me to clean.
Next, drink to battle and victory.
Who's that?
Maker's blessings upon you, Warden.
Ah. It's more side quests. I feel like I have like 15 side quests right now. Notices of death. Warden, it is always a sad duty to report the deaths of those who have died in the service of the guild. Today, this duty falls to you, should you accept it. With this letter, you will find the names of 4 women recently widowed, and letters giving condolences for the loss of their husbands. All 4 men were killed during the work of the Irregulars, and we mourn the deaths of all who die in service to our ideals. Please handle this task with the discretion and care that I am confident you possess in spades. You must deliver these notes to the widows Irenia in Redcliffe, Lorana near Lake Callanhad, and Sarah in Tania in Denerim. Many thanks for this difficult task. Restocking the guild. My good people, we're facing work coming in from 2 fronts, and everyone must contribute. The Irregulars are prepared to pay any man or woman who comes forth with a gift of 20 health poultices, no questions asked. If we work together, we can stock the Irregulars for war. Sounds good. Blackstone Letter of Condolence. God damn it. There we go. My dear lady, it is with great regret that I must inform you of the death of your husband. He died as he lived, with the greatest honour, completing a task of vital importance to the guild. Rest assured that we will take vengeance on those responsible for his death. Please accept my condolences for your loss. Raelnor Hawkwind. This letter is marked with the seal of the Blackstone Irregulars. Alright. So yeah, how many current quests? How many do I have? There's obviously the 3 main ones. Then the Urn of Sacred Ashes is like an offshoot of the main one. Then there's a Redcliffe one. There's 5 Denerim ones. There's 4 Chanter's Board ones. There's the Flemeth one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Mages Collective ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 Blackstone Irregulars ones. Oh my god. Oh, wait, I completely read that wrong. I'm bringing 20 health poultices to the Blackstone Irregulars. In my head, I was getting paid 20 health poultices for something. Right. Yes, I guess that makes more sense. Shit. Do I have 20 health poultices on me? I sure do. So, can I just, like, hand that in immediately?
The captain sends his regards.
Quest completed. Is that the health poultice one? Yes. That is the health poultice one. And so now, I assume I only have... Oh, okay. It didn't actually take... It took the lesser ones first. That's interesting. It didn't say lesser health poultice, it just said health poultice, so I assumed it would be these, but all of my lesser ones are gone, and then I have a slightly smaller amount less of those. Interesting.
Maker's blessings upon you, Warden.
I guess that is a good thing. Okay. We have the bartender.
What can I get you, stranger?
Anyone need help? Maybe with something not strictly legal? He glances around for prying eyes, then produces a few notes on behalf of interested parties. Oh my god, it's more side quests. Correspondence Interruptus. R has a small request. It is always useful to have a big name in your pocket, and there's nothing better than snagging them with their knickers down. If in travels wide someone were to come across notes between illicit lovers, which I have certain specialists who can make the most of the texts. Deliver to the bartender, and an investment towards future manipulation will be handsomely paid. Solving problems. D requires swift action. I have trouble. A few of my more excitable young associates got a little nervous during a couple of delicate handovers. Suffice to say, a little mess needs attention. Life is normally cheap, but if word of this gets out, there will be consequences. My men are under close watch, so I would be most grateful for someone willing to take care of this. Coin is assured. K, negotiation aids. K requests the following. The trouble of the new blood seemed to find me. I've ruffled some feathers with my alternative tactics, and certain people have had me blacklisted by my primary suppliers. So I put this out there to those enterprising friends who want an ally, and perhaps a little coin. 15 toxin extract samples will be more than enough to ensure that I can continue building support. Simple, isn't it? 15 toxin extract samples. Have I sold all of the toxin extract samples? I don't even know where they'd be. Would they be... Probably probably crafting or something. Toxin extract samples. Yeah, I think I've probably got rid of all those.
What can I get you, stranger?
Is there anything I can hand in? No. Right.
What can I get you, stranger?
Have you heard any rumours?
Tyrn Logain has announced that whatever happened to Banbronic will happen to any other nobleman who doesn't live up to the oath he swore to serve the throne. There's a lot of folks angry about it. Some of the Banorn who weren't saying anything are now saying that Logain is trampling on their rights as sovereign lords. Seems like more fighting is inevitable at this point, doesn't it? Sad state of affairs. Anything else you
Honestly,
need?
for someone who seemed to have a plan worked out to fucking let the king die and become the new leader and stuff, he's really seeming to shit the bed now on how he's handling things now that he is actually, like, in charge.
I don't know what to tell you. Nothing I can think of at the moment.
Wow, only a single rumour,
What
hey?
can I get you, stranger? Right, I'll show you around.
Right. None of that, none of that, none of that. Got some health pulses. Should we grab these? Could be useful. But it is, like, a lot of cash. I think I'll just remember it's here. Because there's a good chance... So far, we've not needed to craft any healing stuff. We've always just had enough. But then what if... Oh, I don't know. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just buy it. Let's just buy it. That's fine. That's fine. Hello, waitress.
All the news is troubling these days. When will the war end?
Probably when I turn up. Liliana, could you do me a favor?
No.
Oh, okay. Really? Even Liliana can't get that one. That is a high fucking level chest. Sophie's Guard?
My shift's nearly over. Thank Andraste.
Who's Sophie? Any Sophies in here?
All the news is troubling these days.
You remind me of Lady.
Who?
The Legend of Calenhad, Chapter 3. Calenhad's legend tells that Lady Shayna harboured a love for her king that went beyond friendship. A love that she had kept secret out of her sense of duty and honour. When offered a love potion by a witch in disguise, a witch who would later turn out to be the vengeance-seeking sister of Arl Simeon, Lady Shayna gave in to temptation. She used the potion on Calenhad, but Queen Merin discovered the two of them together that night and, broken-hearted, fled Denerim to return to her father. She told Mirrodin everything, and he angrily threatened to revoke his support of Calenhad and begin anew the civil war. It is said that Lady Shayna felt remorseful at her manipulation of her best friend's heart and confessed her use of forbidden magic to the court. Although her life was forfeit, Calenhad forgave Lady Shayna for what she had done and refused to have her executed. Mirrodin furiously roused the other Arls against Calenhad and Lady Shayna, and it was not long before Ferelden stood again on the brink of civil war. Against Calenhad's orders, Lady Shayna went alone to Meirin to plead for peace, and plead her case, only to be found out by Mirrodin and slain. Oh, well that was a fucking dumb idea then, wasn't it? Angered, but also saddened, Calenhad challenged Mirrodin to an honoured duel, a fight neither of them wanted, but both knew was necessary, and Mirrodin was slain. The death of the king's greatest ally, an important Arl, was too much for the young kingdom to bear. The other Arls would not back down in their claims against Calenhad. The threat of civil war rose once again. Calenhad went to his wife one last time, then, although none knew what he said to her... went to his wife one last time then, although none knew what he said to her, and then he simply vanished. He left with Meirin a proclamation abdicating his throne in favour of the son his queen carried in her belly, who eventually ascended to the throne as King Wayland I, the king credited with establishing the Therin dynasty lasting to this day. Calenhad would never reappear. Now that is curious. That is very interesting. How long ago was this happening? I can't remember the exact time period. I wonder... yeah, because if it was, I don't think it was particularly recent, right? So it's not like he'd still be alive now, but there's potential for us to meet like descendants of his, and for that to be a thing. The legend of Calenhad himself only grew over time as stories and sightings multiplied, even long after the point when Calenhad could possibly still be alive. Some say he disappeared into the Korkari wilds, or went to live with the dwarves, or even became a monk in a reclusive Chantry order. The Chantry named Calenhad one of the Anointed in 788 Storm. Calenhad's sword, Nemetos, was left with Meirin and became a symbol of Ferelden kingship over the next century. Rumours of its magical powers grew, and when it was lost in the ambush that killed King Venedrin in 824 Blessed, it was seen as a great blow to the Therin line. Several false swords have appeared since that time, but never has the true sword resurfaced. I feel like it will probably resurface at some point.
My mother served her until she died, and Lady Cecilia let me stay, instead of turning me out on the street. You are like her in some ways. You have the same poise, the same air of nobility.
Oh, child, I am hardly noble.
I learned that nobility isn't just something you are born with. I have met nobles who are very petty and mean, complete degenerates. Then, there are people with a certain dignity and grace. It draws you to them, no matter who you are or who they are. I think the lowest peasant can have the most noble spirit, and it will always shine through. It is this nobility of spirit that you share with Cecily.
Why, thank you, Liliana. It is very kind of you to say that.
Aww. Liliana's great. Okay, cheeky chest. Cheeky jacuzzi! Hell yeah! Love them ancient jacuzzi. Wait, what? There's nothing in the chest? Wait. I didn't even click take all. I just clicked back out, and now I can't even look at it again. Why? Why would you let me open a chest with nothing in it? That's just cruel. That's just mean. Getting my hopes up like that and dashing them against the rocks.
I could do that for you.
Could you?
Just like you
You
wanted.
could. She ain't lying. Rivain. Nowhere in my travels, not in the heart of the Imperium nor the streets of Orzammar, have I felt so much as an outsider as in Rivain. The chant of light never truly reached the ears of these people. The years they spent under the thumb of the Qunari left most of the country zealous followers of the Qun. But resistance to the chant goes deeper than the Qunari War. The Rivaini refused to be parted from their seers, wise women who are in fact hedge mages, communicating with spirits and actually allowing themselves to become possessed. The Chantry prohibition against such magical practices violates millennia of local tradition. Man, Genetivi fucking writes a lot, doesn't he? Jesus. That is an interesting one. Boo, boo, ba-doo, boo. A diamond, hello. A silk carpet, alright. And 2 gold. Wow, this is a fucking rich room. Jesus. Jesus. Okay, oh, and a cabinet. Not too shabby.
Here.
Here. Alright, I think then that is everything in the pub. Okay, so let's continue doing everything except the main quest in here.
Message for you, my lord.
Oh, yeah? Huh? What? Good? What?
More things to deliver. Goodbye.
Okay. New quest, The Trial of Crows. Where was that? Denerim? The Trial of Crows. A delivery boy has given you a cryptic message saying that if you're interested in working with the Antivan Crows, that you should head to one of the back rooms of the Nord Noble Tavern. I was just in there, motherfucker! I mean, are the Crows even going to be fans of us? Because we've got Zevran. Grey Warden poster. Don't believe the lies. Friends of the Grey Wardens assemble. The hidden pearl holds the key to resistance. The griffins will rise again. The hidden pearl holds the key to resistance. The griffins will rise again. The griffins are like in that story that Wynn told us, right? But the hidden pearl holds the key to resistance. The fuck does that mean?
I hear your daughter came down with the blight.
No, it was my brother's daughter. Terrible. Garrison came to take her away.
Maker's breath. We're all gonna get sick with it.
Sucks to suck, bruh. Alright, let's go back in here then and see if we can find what this crow thing is.
It is sometimes so
I really like the music. Master Ignacio.
at a young age.
You hear about the note? Maybe we have some things we can talk about. You are of great interest.
Was this the dude that was in the middle of town, in the circle in the middle? You're an Antivan Crow?
That's a very direct question. On the whole, I don't like direct questions. For the sake of this discussion, let's say I am.
So you're the ones trying to kill me?
Who do you blame for a death? The sword or the swordsman? Crows are swords, instruments used by someone else for their own reasons. So, one of our swords is hired out. He and his employees will do their job or die trying. But the crows as a whole have no bias.
No more words. Draw, steal, and fight. I'm listening.
Ferelden is a busy place. Blight, civil war, other mayhem. Lots of people not getting along. Sometimes they really don't get along. Maybe want to do something about it. The people that handle that sort of thing can get real busy.
So you're hiring help?
You could say that. Not many people we can turn to. So, someone that's crossed our path and lived, well, maybe they could help out. Make some coin. Everyone wins.
How does this work then?
I hand you a scroll. You read it, you learn about someone interesting. If you find out something happens to him, something unfortunate, then if we talk again, I give you money for letting me know.
I don't like the sound of this.
You don't like what's on the scroll? Don't do anything. Maybe he has an accident and someone else tells me all about it.
Why all the innuendo? We both know what this is about.
You can never be too careful. Can you blame someone for being circumspect?
If I do this for you, I want no more crows after me.
That I cannot do. One master has a contract on you. But if you help us out, maybe if that master asks for help, he'll just get silence. Yes?
Alright, hand me the scroll.
There you go. Makes for fine reading. If that's all, luck be to you.
I was wondering how much Wynn would disapprove. If it's only -1, I'm fine with it. I can deal with a -1. She's pretty high.
We've talked enough. Everything you need to know is on the scroll.
We can just attack. Okay, let's have a look then. The first test. The scroll directs you against a man named Payden, currently holed up in the Pearl Brothel. Oh, the Pearl. We just read about the Pearl. In Denerim. He's working some kind of scam in the back room, and you should look for one of his Grey Warden posters around the marketplace to gain access. Oh, that's what we just saw. Payden works for Loghain and will no doubt have backup. Oh, he works for Loghain? He's a dead man. He's a dead man. No fucking worries, mate. No fucking worries. That guy's got minutes to live. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Right, so do I have to click this now? Boop. Okay, I mean, I guess that whatever we needed from that we got. Have I actually? I don't think I've seen the Pearl yet. I don't know whereabouts the Pearl is. I've explored most of this place, haven't I?
There are many great tales of lost kings who return to their lands to reign in glory.
I am not lost, nor for that matter, a king. And there's nothing glorious about me.
You are Merrick's son. You are the rightful king of Ferelden.
Just shouting that out in the town, are we?
A starstruck maid and an indiscreet man who just happened to be king. Look, I can't be king. Some days I have trouble figuring out which boot goes on which foot.
Complete fools are made leaders of kingdoms all the time, and you're not a complete fool.
What an utter relief.
And don't worry about the boots. Kings don't need to dress themselves. That's what advisors are for, isn't it?
And starstruck maids, apparently.
Yes?
I'm sorry to tell you that your husband is dead.
I feared this day would come.
Alright, good chat. Don't suppose I can go in there. Nope. Big chat there, very long. Okay, so where the fuck is this Pearl at?
All men are the work of our Maker's hand.
Hush.
From the lowest slave...
Body bag?
Aim at me! It's not my fault! Why do you come at me?
I don't know, mate.
Yeah, they got to learn not to mess with me. Us, right? I mean, he's just going to...
What did we just get? Back alley justice? Is that? I don't know.
Disappear, right?
I don't actually know which quest that was. Have we done any of these?
Good to see you again.
No. Where the fuck is the Pearl, man? I guess maybe, like, there's a path up, right, through that gate, so maybe it's in a different part of the city or something? Because I sure as shit ain't seeing anything here.
I hear the Regent is saying that any band that doesn't do what he tells them is going to get trounced.
I don't believe that.
I heard it plain as day. They have to fall in line and fight the Darkspawn or he'll make an example. That's the word he used.
That don't sound very Ferelden at all, if you ask me.
Alright, let's go through here, see what's up. The elven alienage.
By order of the new Earl of Denerim, no one is to enter the alienage.
As I was saying, we're not going to go up there. Alhau wants to keep people out, does he?
There's been an elven uprising. Knife-ears even have the gall to attack the Jarl's only son. Killed him in cold blood.
Knife-ears?
With the whole Urian family dead, the Regent appointed Rendon Howe of Amaranthine the new Jarl of Denerim. First thing he did was lead a purge of the alienage. It's a mess in there. When things are put back in order, the gates will be reopened. Now on your way.
Okay, well, I guess there's nothing we can do apart from the main quest, unless... Can we go through this gate? This gate wasn't where we came in, was it?
Dwarven crafts. Find dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar.
No. Okay, I don't think we have access to wherever this other place is right now.
Dwarven crafts. Find dwarven crafts. Direct from Ortham.
So, main quest it is. Hello. The History of the Chantry, Chapter 3. Ah, right. This is the one we read Chapter 4 already, right? Yeah. It is said that at the Battle of Valerian Fields, Mafrath stood and looked out over his armies. He had conquered the southern reaches of the greatest empire the world had ever known, and built splintered barbarian clans into a force to be feared. With pride in his heart, he turned to congratulate his men, and found that they had turned from him. Mafrath fell to the evil of jealousy. After all that he had done, his wife was the one to receive all the glory. He saw his wife's power and influence, and tired of his place as second husband, below the Maker. His heart swelled with fury. If he had conquered just to have his wife wrested from him by a forgotten god and a legion of faith-hungry rabble, then perhaps this war was not worth the trouble. Here, history and the Chant of Light come apart. History tells us that Mafrath looked north into the Central Imperium and saw nothing but more war against a rapidly regrouping army, and he despaired. The Chant of Light holds that Mafrath chafed with jealousy of the Maker and jealousy of the glory that Andraste received, although it was he who led the armies. Mafrath travelled to the imperial capital of Minrathous to speak with the Archon Hessarian. There he offered up his wife to the Imperium in return for a truce that would end hostilities once and for all. The Archon, eager to put down the voice of the prophet that stirred his own people against him, agreed. Mafrath led Andraste into an ambush, where she was captured by Imperial agents, putting an end to her exalted march. Crowds of loyalists stood in the central square of Minrathous to watch Andraste's execution. By command of the Archon, she was burned at the stake, in what the Imperium believed to be the most painful punishment imaginable. According to the Chantry, however, Andraste was instead purified, and made whole by the flames, ascending to life at her Maker's side. By all accounts, there was only silence where they expected screams. At the sight of the prophet burning, the crowds were filled with a profound guilt, as if they had participated in a great blasphemy. So moving was the moment that the Archon himself drew his sword and thrust it into the prophet's heart, ending her torment and leaving those assembled to consider the weight of what they had seen. Whereas the execution of Andraste was meant to be a symbol of defeat for the faith of the Maker, in truth it all but sealed the fate of the worship of the old gods, and paved the way for the spread of the Maker's chant.
What are you doing? You're not supposed to go in there.
Why not?
I'm sorry, but that room is not for guests. It's full of books and papers, and I'd rather they were not disturbed.
I won't mess them up.
I said no. Genitivi was a very private person.
You're hiding something. I want to know what it is.
No, don't touch that door!
Oh shit, alright mate. God damn. That was unexpected. His assistant Wayland told you he set off to follow a lead on the urn. No, he didn't. However, on further questioning, the man who called himself Wayland became defensive and attacked you. He is now dead. Alright, well, before we go in there, what's in the places he didn't mind us looking at? Dragon cults. Let us suggest for a moment that a high dragon is simply an animal. A cunning animal, to be sure, but in possession of no true self-awareness or sentience. There has not, after all, been a single recorded case of a dragon attempting to communicate or performing any act that could not likewise be attributed to a clever beast. How then does one explain the existence of so-called dragon cults throughout history? One dragon cult might be explainable, especially in light of the reverence of the old gods in the ancient Tevinter Imperium. In the wake of the First Blight, many desperate Imperial citizens turned to the worship of real dragons to replace the old gods who had failed them. A dragon, after all, was a god figure that they could see. It was there, as real as the Archdemon itself, and as evidence makes clear, did offer a degree of protection to its cultists. Other dragon cults could be explained in light of the first. Some cult members might have survived and spread the word. The worship of the old gods was as widespread as the Imperium itself. Certainly, such secrets could have made their way into many hands. But there have been reports of dragon cults even in places where the Imperium never touched, among folks who have never heard of the old gods, or had any reason to. How does one explain them? Members of a dragon cult live in the same lair as a high dragon, nurturing and protecting its defenseless young. In exchange, the High Dragon seems to permit those cultists to kill a small number of those young in order to feast on draconic blood. Ah, great. That blood is said to have a number of strong long-term effects, including bestowing greater strength and endurance, as well as an increased desire to kill. It may breed insanity as well. Navaran dragon hunters have said these cultists are incredibly powerful opponents. The changes in the cultists are a form of blood magic, surely. But how did the symbiotic relationship between the cult and the High Dragon form in the first place? How did the cultists know to drink the dragon's blood? How did the High Dragon convince them to care for its young, or know they would? Is there more to draconic intelligence than we have heretofore guessed at? No member of a dragon cult has ever been taken alive, and what accounts exist from the days of the Navaran hunters record only mad rants and impossible tales of godhood. With dragons only recently reappearing, and still incredibly rare, we may never know the truth, but the question remains. Alright, nothing else? Alright, what's in here that my dude... Wow, pile of bones now. That my dude died for. What was so fucking scary? The Chantry Hierarchy. The Divine is the titular head of the Chantry, although since the schism split the Imperial Chantry into its own faction, there are now in fact 2 Divines at any one time. One Divine, informally called the White Divine, is a woman housed in the Grand Cathedral in Val Royeaux. The other, known as the Black Divine, is a man housed in the Argent Spire in Minrathous. Neither Divine recognises the existence of the other, and the informal names are considered sacrilegious. No matter the gender, a Divine is addressed as Most Holy or Your Perfection. Beneath the rank of Divine is the Grand Cleric. Each Grand Cleric presides over numerous chantries and represents the highest religious authority for their region. They travel to Val Royeaux when the College of Clerics convenes, but otherwise remain where they are assigned. All Grand Clerics are addressed as Your Grace. Beneath the Grand Cleric is the Mother, or in the Imperial Chantry, the Father, is the Mother, or in the Imperial Chantry, the Father. If a Mother is in charge of a particular chantry... Man, I'm having some reading issues today. If a mother is in charge of a particular chantry, revered is appended to her title. These are the priests responsible for administering to the spiritual well-being of their flock. A mother or revered mother is addressed as Your Reverence. Brothers and sisters form the rank and file of the chantry and consist of 3 main groups: affirmed, initiates, and clerics. Affirmed are the lay brethren of the chantry, those regular folk who have turned to the chantry for succour. Often they are people who have led a difficult or irreligious life, and have chosen to go into seclusion, or even orphans and similar unfortunates who were raised into the chantry life. The affirmed take care of the chantry, and are in turn afforded a life of quiet contemplation, no questions asked. Only those folk who take vows become initiates. These are men and women in training, whether in academic knowledge or the martial skills of a warrior. All initiates receive an academic education, although only those who seek to become Templars learn how to fight in addition. Clerics are the true academics of the chantry, those men and women who have dedicated themselves to the pursuit of knowledge. They are often found in chantry archives, sages presiding over libraries of books and arcane knowledge. The most senior of these clerics, placed in charge of such archives, are given the title Elder, although such a rank is still beneath that of Mother. All other brothers and sisters are addressed simply by noting their title before their name, such as Brother Genitivi. A corpse? Steel symbol of Andraste. This holy symbol is crafted from polished steel and has a severe look to it. Well, that's going to be for, Liliana. Genitivi's research. Amidst ramblings about local legends and ancient trade routes, one passage stands out. The village of Haven in the Frostback seems a good place to start. Pity it's not on any maps. Village of Haven in the mountains to the west. Might have some clues. Okay. And a fucking corpse? The body of the real Waylon. Oh. Alright. Fuck you, fake Waylon. I guess I can feel good about myself now. Is there anything I can do with it? Like, it's got the eye symbol on it, and it's sparkling and shit, but I don't think I can actually do anything. Fuck you, bitch. Alright, so Noble Tavern, Wonders of Thedas, Warehouse, Wade's Emporium, Chantry, Dump Site, City Map, Elven Aliage, Yeah, so there's no brothel, so I don't know. Maybe that's up in the elven bit? I don't know. What can I do at the dump site?
Dwarven crafts. Find dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar.
Can't go in here, can I? No. That's the Emporium.
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule.
This is as good a spot as any to dump a corpse. Just another bag of garbage flowing out of the city. Dump the bag. Alright. Job done. Easy peasy.
All men are the work
The deep
of our
dark.
I got all of
Before
those.
dawn's
Yeah.
first
From the
light
lowest
seems eternal.
slaves to the
Why is that still lit up? Solving problems. Deals went bad in the market, the warehouse, and the pearl. Get rid of the bodies by dumping them somewhere discreet in the market. Right, so I have to find more bodies and then dump them. The market, the warehouse, and the pearl.
highest
But know
king.
that the sun always
We didn't find a body in the warehouse, did we? Where's the warehouse again? Straight ahead. Also, I don't remember finding a body in the market.
What's on your mind?
Don't mean to talk to you.
It is no trouble.
Don't stare at me, Cho. I can have my father send you south to fight Darkspawn.
Could Liliana open these? No.
Dwarven crafts. Find dwarven crafts.
Ah, yes. There wasn't a body in here last time, was there?
I won't take the blame for this one. This was bad from the start. No way he was here to deal.
Aye.
Thanks. I ain't sticking around to see how this turns out.
Okay, so then we go dump that. But yeah, very confused on where this pearl is. I think I've been thorough. I hope it's not just like there's one door that I forgot to check somewhere and that's the door. That would be unfortunate. But I feel like I've checked everywhere. I guess the one we got around the corner was counted as in the market. So then,
Magic exists to serve
wherever the
man
pearl
and
is would be the
never
last
to
one.
rule over.
Because we've got other things to do in the pearl as well, but I just don't know where it is. Can't go in there. Let's do one last loop, because I'm just
When?
unsure.
Is this yours?
Oh, my bag of components. Thank you, dear. I was wondering where it got to.
You left it by the fire at camp.
Oh, yes. I remember now. How age creeps up on you and brings with it forgetfulness.
You're a great mage, Wen, and you're sharper and wiser than many people I know. Some young ones, too.
Oh, but you should have seen me
Dwarven
15,
crafts.
20
Find
years ago.
dwarven crafts.
The fires
Direct
have
from
dimmed
Orzammar.
somewhat since then. But thank you, Liliana, for picking up after this old lady.
Daw. Can't go back in there, it looks like. I really don't know where this would be. It must just be up in the elven part that we can't get to or something, I think. I think that is the only possibility at this point.
Worried about Redcliffe. You hear about that?
That is, we have checked every door now, for sure. Right. I'm very certain. I'm very certain we just can't do this one at the moment.
Magic exists to serve man and never.
Yeah. Okay, so... Can we fast travel from this screen? Yes. Oh, wait. Oh. We can... Huh. I had no idea that that was a thing. Has it told me that? I obviously knew that you could, like, you fast travel to the city and then I come in this bit, but I had no idea that if you opened your map there were different areas you could travel to within the city. I mean, that makes a lot more sense now, I guess, but I'm pretty sure the game never told me that, but maybe it did and I just didn't notice. Right, well in that case, let's start doing the back streets and stuff. That's quite a long way to go, apparently. Doesn't look that far, but I guess it is. Oh god, oh man, it's gonna be huge. Oh no. Oh no, it's gonna be enormous. There's so much more to explore then.
Wait, you walked into the wrong neighborhood. Get him. Do it quick. Don't want to disturb the boss.
Wow, you're about to fucking regret your life choices. Jesus. You dumb motherfuckers.
Watch out!
That's it!
Easy. Gang leader had a rune. Okey-doke. Nothing too exciting. Alright, maybe this isn't going to be as big as I first thought. when we walked in and I saw there was like a whole road leading away and stuff, I was like, oh my god, is this going to be like as big as the other bit? But Sir Ferelden, a leather-bound journal that was found on the body of a dead Templar. The Last Request. Find and eradicate the Maleficarum in the alienage. You found a partially burned journal on a dead Templar named Sir Ferelden. In it you learn that Ferelden defied his superiors by helping an unnamed Templar investigate reports of blood mages in Denerim. His investigation led him to a deserted building in the back alleys. Freeden's last entry indicates he's been spotted, and he implores anyone reading this to deal with the blood mages hidden in the city. Can do.
It's done.
Heavy chainmail gloves. Very nice, very nice. Spells or talents cost left in the set. Okay, anything else to see?
Let me be.
Okay. Okay, no, that seems like it was it. Alright. So... Oh, no. So, let us go to the city map. And then to the dark alley. That looks like a really long and roundabout way to go from there to there. Good thing we're getting an autosave. Hello? Hello? Cheeky.
Oh, the Grey Wardens!
Can't quite hit the back guy. Oh well. Oh wow, they just got owned. Jesus.
Take that! Yeah!
Fucking annihilated, mate. Fucking wrecked. Nice. Feels like my new staff is doing the Lord's work. Feels like it is slapping some bitches. Okay, there's another city map thing there. Another way out. Anything else for us to spot?
What's next?
Another city map door there, okay. Lots of ways in and out of this place, apparently. Oh, right, because that wasn't actually a stop. That was just on our way to a stop. Right, right.
Looky here. Looks like our marks are saving us a trip. How thoughtful. Kill them. We'll sort through the loot after. Now let's see. Which one
my
first?
god. Okay, I think this calls for one of these. Got it! Get fucked on, mates. Imagine you live your whole life, like, however old these guys were, like 20s, 30s, whatever. You live your whole life, and it comes down to you going, oh, let's fucking rob these dudes, and then you just die.
What now?
How depressing a thought is that? Hello? Can I maybe walk down the thing? Thank you. Wait, hang on. Is this a copy-paste? I think it is. I think this is a copy-paste of the other place.
I'm sure you have your own business to
I just didn't notice immediately because we came in from the other end. But it is. It's a copy-paste. Whoopsie. Door of a Blood Mage's relative. Oh, right. Yeah, that quest. Alright, alright. So, not much else going on in here, it seems. Back out we go. So we've done Run Down Back Street. Right. And we've done Dark Alley. So now let's go Deserted Building. Man, that seems like such a roundabout way to get there.